disappointed in every one of you.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend you.
I'm disappointed in every one of you.
I kiss you on the mouth.
No, I'm not cool with that. I'm sorry.
One more time.
I'm disappointed in every one of you.
I mean, I'm dealing with degenerate animals.
I'm disappointed in every one of you. Disappointed in every one of you.
All right, come on.
Honestly, I can't do it no more.
I'm disappointed in every one of you.
Let me tell you why.
It's gonna be all right, Nicky. Go ahead, shoot.
He just killed a little fucking man.
What are you going to do about it?
Yeah, because you got nothing. You don't got a thing. Yeah, because you got nothing. You got nothing.
I want to get out. I want to get out of this rat hole. I want to get online. I need
BDA boxing.
All right. Oh, welcome everybody to the Boxing Podcast, broadcasting to you live from the True North. It's a good friend, Mr. PDA, and I sure am glad. That's right, sure I'm glad that everybody could be on board for this one, fellas. In this episode, we got the post-fight calling show for everybody. After the big fight, we're going to get down to business right off the bat. But before we get down to the fun, let's get the business out of the way. You guys know the drill. If you want to donate a couple of shekels our way, you're certainly welcome to do so via the Super Chat feature. It's always better if you join the membership program. That way you get more bang for your buck. The most important thing is you can do to like, you subscribe, you spread that BDA gospel. Don't forget, we also have the Buy Me a Coffee app, link in the description below. And you can also join the Patreon for free or for as little or as much as you like. All right, so let's get right down to it because it is quite late. And I suspect we're going to have a large influx of phone calls. Hold on a second. Let me put the phone number here in the left-hand middle portion of your screen. This is your show. You guys get to call in, give us your thoughts on the big fight. Before we get down to that, if you guys were living under a rock, we just had a bit of an uneventful fight. It wasn't all that entertaining, but it was, I suppose, eventful in its magnitude. And Canelo-Crawford ends up winning by scores of 115-113 and 116-112 and becomes the undisputed super middleweight champion. So I'm curious, did you guys think the scorecards, again, 115-113 and 116-112, were indicative of the action? And I'm also curious to hear what you guys thought of the commentators, those being Max Kellerman and Andre Ward. Very curious to hear what people are going to say. Real quick, before we get down to it, shout out to Chad Collins. Okay, why is this shit? Hold on a second. Give me 2 seconds here. For some reason, the upper middle portion here. Hold on a second. Oh boy. I think I'm having some issues here with the chat. Okay, you know what? Hold on a second. I'm getting multiple things to do at the same time here. Discard. Okay, I'm going to leave the single comments for the moment off here. I got super chats right off the bat. I don't want to forget them. Hold on a second. I'm going to get to the phone calls, fellas. Don't forget to hit the like. Okay, for some reason, the chat isn't working right now. The single chat. Hold on a second. Oh my God. It's too late at night to be doing this for technical issues. All right, let me just read the super chats right off the bat. Yeah, something's going on here with YouTube. Hold on a second. All right. Shout out to Chad Collins for his contribution with the super chat. He says, called it right again. Well, I got to check the prediction page to see if you indeed got it correctly. Hold on a second. So shout out to Chet Collins. Shout out to Virtuoso for his contribution with Super Chat. He says, open up the Canelo fan self-deletion hotline. I mean, I don't think you can say that on YouTube, but I get what you're saying. And shout out to... Hold on a second. Shout out to Double L for his contribution with the Buy Me a Coffee app, who says, I call ICE on Canadian Mexicans, Kellerman's address, BR prison sentence for sodomy. All right, I got the ICE thing, but I didn't get the last part there. I don't know if you want to clarify, but shout out to Double L for his contribution via the Buy Me a Coffee. All right, listen, it's late. Let's get down to the phone calls. You guys get to call in. You give us your thoughts on anything and everything boxing. Let's go to 929. 929, you're on the air. 929, what's on your mind?
Yes, so Crawford has effectively cemented himself as one of the best boxers in the modern era. One of the best. I was not even anticipating that he would do what he did to Canelo. And the reason for that is simply down to the weight, not to the skill. I've known Canelo has a big issue facing very competent boxers, especially ones that have knockout power. I mean, he lost to Mayweather, and I believe many people also believe that he lost to Erislandy Lara as well, and other people. So the fact is that you said it was a boring fight. I wouldn't say so. I would say that Crawford fought effectively. He fought in a very incisive and intelligent way, and if there is a rematch at all, he will knock Canelo out because he'll be a lot more comfortable at the weight. He will put more weight on because when they rehydrated, Canelo was at 185, Crawford was at 187. If there's a rematch, Crawford may even weigh in higher because he'd be acclimated to that weight, and he is definitely one of the best. One of the best. I mean, I would even put him above Usyk pound for pound.
Whoa. Is that right?
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. What do you think of the scorecards? 115, 112, and that's two cards, 115, 112, and one of 116, 115, 113, and 116, 112.
I think the 115, 113 was probably too close. The other card that was further apart was good, but as far as I'm concerned, Crawford probably won almost every single round apart from one or two. As far as I'm concerned, from what I saw, Canelo has an issue that he's had for a very long time, which is that he constantly tries to go for the knockout. He does not throw jabs, and the other person that was commenting about Max Kellerman. He is one of the least, I think, edifying or provides the least edifying comments I've heard from a commentator. His comments today were incredibly biased. It sounded like he was hoping for Canelo to knock Crawford out. He kept on saying, how is Crawford going to take the punch? And then by the time that he took the punch, he said, okay, let's see if he can take other punches. I mean, what type of commentary
who was biased?
Max Kellerman.
You thought he was biased for Canelo?
Yes.
I got the opposite. I got the complete opposite, but go ahead.
Oh, all right. Okay. Well, I'll say that because he kept on saying, how is Crawford going to take Canelo's punch? He said, you can tell these things in the first round. You don't need to wait 8 rounds to see that. You can tell it in the first round, number one. Number two, Canelo is, like I said, he has good skill and he understands boxing very well, but he does not box effectively because he doesn't jab. He only throws power shots. So once you get somebody that can move around very well, what makes you think that he's just going to knock them out? He hasn't knocked out an opponent in goodness knows how long, probably in the last four or five fights, number one. Number two, he has a lot of difficulty when he's facing boxers that can move around and have a lot of skill. I mean, he had difficulties facing William Skull. He also had a difficulty with Killer Plant until Killer Plant made a mistake and got knocked out in the 8th or 9th or maybe even the 10th round. And then obviously Canelo did not do well against Mayweather at all. So these things are documented.
All right, but now hold on. I gotta. We got to move on to here, line legal. So, final thoughts, please.
All right. The final thought is that Crawford is one of the best that has ever laced up a pair of gloves. He's one of the best.
All right. Well, thank you for your call, line legal. We're going to move on here, but call back next time, right? Take it easy out there.
Thanks.
All right, that was line legal. Don't forget to hit the like. Really helps us out. Let me just read a couple of super chats here, and we'll be back to the phone lines. Shout out to Just Brian for his contribution with the super chat. And he says, well, I can see it here. Hold on a second. He says, if a rematch happens, do you think Canelo can make the adjustments for it? Well, I mean, he would have to up the pace, and he was a little bit too relaxed there. Okay, what the fuck is going on here with the chat? Anyway, so yeah, he was a little bit too relaxed, so he would have to up the pace, and I don't even know if he can do that at this point. I mean, well, we're gonna get to it, but yeah, it's unlikely. I think the fight would go the same unless he actually opened up a little bit more, and he abandoned the straight shots to the body, which were working well. Shout out to SSC for his contribution with the super chat. He says, it's the end of the Canelo era, unfortunately, but it's still VMC motherfuckers. All right. There you go. Shout out to SSC. Shout out to Jay Nels for his contribution with the super chat. He says, I'm kind of disappointed. Why has Crawford been starving himself for the last 10 years? At 147, he could have had a good rivalry between Canelo, Triple G, maybe even fought Benavidez. Hopefully he retires now. Yeah, I don't think we're going to see him fight some of these young guns. Unless the Sheik can persuade him to fight Shiraz. Shout out to Frankie Sainz, who says, call ICE on Red Fraud Emeneparokua, dogged Benavidez to fight a welterweight and got cooked, retired trash. Well, don't let anyone tell you that there's no racism against Mexicans or whatever, because, I mean, the ICE jokes are coming in strong. But, I mean, hey, listen, it's the internet. You can't control what people say. What I can control is how many phone calls we take. So we got to get back to the phone lines here. They're piling up. The phone number is right there in the left and middle portion of your screen. Make sure to call in. Let's go to 203. 203, you're on the air. 203, what's on your mind?
Well, there's another security deposit down the drain, BDA. I got holes in my drywall right now. This is bullshit. I'm furious. You know who this is already. It's Revolution.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you, man, I got a lot of fucking thoughts on this bullshit fight. First of all, no, Canelo didn't look that great. I don't know all these guys out here saying that he totally dominated that fight. Let me tell you though, the judges, the commentary, the presentation of Netflix didn't fucking give him any credit. Didn't give him a fucking inch. It was all Crawford fucking highlights. And let me tell you, I think in the corner, the word got to Canelo. This might be a little theory of mine, but maybe a whispering about, hey, this is what the scorecard is. You're a little bit behind. Maybe, you let it slip and they're going to screw you. Because he came out looking fucking frustrated in round 10. I thought a goddamn Roberto Duran was going to happen, man. I was like, Canelo, what's wrong? Like, something's up. And it ain't because Bud's hurting him. It's because Canelo knows, because he's gotten a few robberies his way before.
Mm-hmm.
He saw it was coming.
Well, let me ask you.
Tipped and tapped with the bedoinks.
The bedoinks. Oh, wait a minute. Is this Revolution? Yeah, okay, this is Revolution, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm telling you, you sound like Food TV. But listen, we got to move on quick here with the phone call. So let me ask you, what do you think of the scorecards? 115, 113, and 116, 112?
The 116 is too wide. I could see the other ones, but I don't know. It's just, overall, just boring. Even, people were saying, oh, Bud does it. Are you going to give him credit? And at first, I was like, yeah, I will give him credit. But you know what? This was a whack fight. Bud made it look easy. Yeah, because, Canelo is getting old. So what? Yeah, I got that wrong. Canelo didn't perform the way I thought. Crawford didn't fucking impress me, though, still. It's still a hate.
Well, you're not allowed to be... You're not allowed to be wrong there, Revolution. That's according to a lot of people out there.
Nah. I got one last point. One little last quick point, man. In pro wrestling, we got the fucking chance to make every match exciting. All right? It's a fucking work. It's fixed, but we got the chance to make every match exciting. Boxing is a fix, too, and their shit is not exciting.
Oh, well, there you go. All right. Shout out to you, Revolution. Thank you for your call, and we'll talk later, right, man? Take it easy out there.
Peace.
Yeah, people are saying in the chat, no, we don't want to hear what Revolution has to say, that he's making excuses. Listen, there's people making ice jokes. There's people making all sorts of jokes about the guy that got shot. You can't control what people say on the internet. You can only control how you react to it. So take it any way you want to, but try to have some decorum the way you do it. Let's go to our phone call here. Let's go to three. Hold on, real quick. Super chat. I always forget to take super chats before the phone calls. Shout out to Greg Terrible, who says Canelo just retire. Benavides will beat him. Well, I mean, they're two different classes, so I don't understand why they're still mentioning Benavides. Maybe there's a Canelo-Crawford rematch. You never know. Shout out to Mars Boxeo for his contribution with Super Chat. He says, callers full of shit. Whoa. Max Kellerman and Andrew Ward were glazing for Crawford. Netflix highlights were all for Bud, even in Canelo's best rounds. That's the way I saw it, but I guess we're going to have to get to the bottom of it here with the people on the calls. 323, you're on the air. 323, what's on your mind?
How's it going, BDA? This is Zero Cool. Yeah, I completely agree. Like, the announcers were completely biased, and all the things that they were showing were just like showing, like, even in Canelo rounds, like they were just showing Bud highlights. To be honest, I think it was a complete robbery. I think Canelo won 8-4 at best. I think the only rounds that Bud had claim for were round 4, 8, 11, and 12. I don't think he did anything else in the other rounds. And towards the end, when they showed the wackiest or whatever, the stats, they had like similar percentage, I think at 37. And the majority of a lot of the things that Bud was doing was jabs. And honestly, I think it's bullshit to even count a jab as much as a power punch, you know? So if we're saying Canelo was 37% power punches and Crawford was, you know, like 50-50 or even 70-30 on jabs compared to power punches, like, I really don't think he really did anything to win. So complete disappointment. Like, I called it at the 11th. I said, you know, it's 8-3 Canelo. If he gets robbed, Turk and the judges should be dealt with, like, you know, like in general, you know. But I'll be in the comments, man.
All right, man. Zero Cool. Thank you for your call, and call back next time, right, man? Take it easy out there. All right, that was Zero Cool calling in. Give us his opinion. Let's go to our phone call here. Let's go to 608. 608, you're on the air. 608, what's on your mind?
Hi, how are you?
Doing fantastic. What's on your mind?
Hello? Oh, yeah. I'm just calling because, man, I really wish they would catch these weight bullies. Like, a guy that weighs 180 pounds, started his career at 135 pounds. And obviously that's a big weight difference when it comes to, obviously, when you're weight bullying. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I think I do.
Like, yeah, like, don't you find that, like, cheating somehow?
I mean, listen,
when you walk around 180 pounds, then
if you can keep your weight down with the help of certain supplements, and you want to stay at a weight division there for a long time, yeah, you can do that. I mean, it is what it is. I mean,
but that name of the game. He would have been able to fight Lomachenko.
Well, Lomachenko, I mean, even at by the time Lomachenko was peaking at 135, Crawford was already at 140, and he was a sizable guy at 140. It wouldn't have been a fair fight. And I think even Lomachenko knew it when he fought Linares. He said, "Now, okay, 135, that's my limit."
Yeah, but now that we know he weighs around 180 pounds, he can fight Dimitri Bivol. There should not be an excuse to not fight him. Like, they're both undisputed, so make that fight happen.
Well, I'm curious to see what the chat's going to say to that. I'm curious to see. Yeah, that's a good point.
He should be fighting Dimitri Bivol now that everyone knows that he weighs around 180 pounds.
I mean, I didn't see a weight difference between Canelo and Crawford, that's for sure. So it's not that far-fetched. Why not?
I know, because he was being a weight bully at 147 pounds and all those lower weight classes. Obviously, we know his walk-around weight is 180 pounds.
Interesting point. All right, well, listen, I got to move on here because the calls are piling.
He should be fighting Dimitri Bivol.
All right, well, that's one man's opinion right there. Listen, 608, we got to move on here, but thank you for your call, and call back next time, right?
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Let me just check the super chats here, and then we'll get back to the phone lines. Don't forget to hit the like, fellas. Hit the like. Really help us out. All right, let's go to our phone call here. My goodness gracious, they're piling up. Let's go to our phone call. Let's go to 818. 818, you're on the air. 818, what's on your mind?
Hello, BDA. It's Not.
Not. What's up, Not?
How's it going?
Hey, Not.
That was embarrassing. I felt embarrassed for Canelo. That was a very poor performance. I don't know. It's just weird to see a guy jump up for 2 weight classes or 3 weight classes and just school somebody like that. You know, it's just like very disappointing. I feel like I don't know if Canelo's washed, as they say, or he just phoned it in today, or he didn't take Crawford serious. But that was very disappointing. I was I don't know. I don't see Crawford beating anybody else at 168. Like if it was Benavidez, obviously I would pick Benavidez. Maybe it was just they were just so close in size and Crawford had the reach. I don't know, but yeah, that was bad in my opinion. I don't know. Canelo really hurt his. I don't know. I'm starting to question his pedigree after watching that fight. It was very disappointing.
Well, that's something that people were saying before the fight, that if Canelo loses, it was going to hurt his legacy. So I suppose that's a point of contention right there now, or a point of discussion, rather. What'd you think? Yeah.
I mean, I would never expect Crawford to beat Berlanga, Munguia. I feel like those guys are too big. Even Shiraz, I wouldn't expect him to beat those guys, but just to see him beat Canelo in that fashion, I don't know. It's like when Jake Paul versus Tank or Floyd Mayweather versus Mike Tyson got announced. It's like it just makes boxing look like it's not a real sport. It's just, I don't know. It's just weird.
All right.
Weight classes have to matter. Like I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's the modern era. You can do it a bunch of different ways. Listen, we got to move on here, man. Not anything else you want to say before we do so?
Salute what Rapid and Never Sobers.
Oh yeah, shout out to Sobers, man. He was okay, man. Shout out to you, Not. Take it easy, man.
It's okay, Sobers.
We were over at La Taqueria, over at Sobers, since 5 watching the prelims. Let's go on a phone call here. Let's go to 909. 909, you're on the air. 909, what's in your mind?
Hey, VDA. How you doing, man?
I can barely hear you, caller. You sound very muffled. If you're on the Bluetooth, please get off of it. Otherwise, we can't hear you.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah, you sound like you're underwater, man.
No good?
No, that's not. That's not.
Hang on.
Now I hear you. Go ahead, 909, please.
All right. Can you hear me now?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. Well, first I just want to say, I'm pretty happy with how the fight went, personally. For me, it was a good show of two really well-rounded students of the game getting in there, having their moments, and both really just having respect for one another. And for me, it kind of had me on the edge of my seat wondering, oh man, what's going to happen? They're trying to set each other up. And we would have these bursts that got me excited. I'm like, oh man, this is how it is sometimes when you have like two really high pedigree guys get in there. Sometimes it's not an absolute war. Sometimes it's not so much a fight between two juggernauts. Like, I don't know how else I can put it. Like a long going trench war between snipers or something. Like, I don't know how to properly put it in terms, but I don't know. I enjoyed it.
Well, there you go. At least somebody came out with a positive reaction from this fight. Anything else you want to say before we move on?
Just real quick, and I don't know if in today's dominant boxing fan demographics, I would be considered being a devil's advocate here, but I just want to say, guys, I know the late great George Foreman said boxing's like jazz. The better it is, the less people enjoy it. But let's enjoy boxing for what it is. Let's just enjoy boxing no matter what. Okay, it's still a beautiful, amazing art, a real man's man art, where even women now are coming up and showing like, hey, like everybody can come into boxing and be a good boxer, but it should not always be the case that the one who's really puts in the most work to learn the most that they can doesn't get the most respect. Let's just pay respect to the art too. I just want to encourage that.
All right. Well, listen, that's a sensible call, as sensible as a call as we're gonna get today. So shout out to you, caller, and call back next time, right, man? Take it easy out there. Thanks for
I will.
calling in.
And again, BDA, just thank you for this. What you do for the show is really good for the boxing community. Thank you, man.
Well, thank you, man. Thank you. It's my pleasure, and thank you for the compliments. Catch you on the next one, man. All right, let's go to a couple of super chats here before we continue on with the phone calls. And for some reason, the chat here is resizing itself whenever it wants. Hopefully, it doesn't screw up again. But hold on a second. Shout out to Rapax Trunking Company. Shout out to Rapax Trunking Company 10-4, who says Canelo didn't hold the Turks VMC and Viva Machismo. Okay, so he didn't hold the Turks chorizo, and maybe that's why things didn't go his way. Oh, he means the Turks hand. Shout out to Rapax Trunking Company for 2 super chats, one of which clarifies his earlier statement. Let's go on our phone call here, and don't forget to hit that like, fellas. Hit the like, hit the like, hit the like. I see a lot of people in the chat. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe if you yet to do so already. All right, let's go to our phone call here. Let's go to 617. 617, you're on the air. 617, what's on your mind?
So a lot of people are not going to like this, but just forget about the fight for a second. Let's just think about logic. How does a fighter that we saw a little over a year ago, Terence Crawford fighting Madrimov, how does he move up 2 weight classes, gain 20 plus or over 10 pounds of weight for fighting that he'd have to cut down to, and look leaner in the ring? How is that a thing? How is that possible?
It's called genetics.
Somebody explain that to me.
It's called genetics and modern science. It's not, listen, all these dudes, hold on, listen, all these dudes are on something. Allegedly. That includes Canelo, that includes Usyk, that includes Crawford, Jaron Ennis, who somehow weighs looks like a super middleweight and fights at 147. We know this. So that's how they both did it. That's how they all do it.
Oh, that's a fair point, but I mean, you have to sacrifice one of the two usually, because the way he's breathing, I mean, it's like he's not even taking deep breaths. That's a high red blood cell count when you're trading off, when you moved up 2 weight classes. It's the first time in your career fighting that way. And the person who's undefeated at that weight class, almost 10 fights against top-tier competition, who's stopped several of them, you're not even breaking a sweat. And there was a lot of times
caller, just
where
come out,
the rounds were pretty close.
We got a lot of phone calls, so just come out and say what you want to say.
Canelo blew it, but Terence Crawford is definitely, he's blood doping for sure. And Canelo gave up. He had a lot of opportunities to win that fight, the last 10, 15 seconds of the rounds.
Well, listen, can I just say real quick, I always maintained that this was a 60-40 fight. I always said that, you can go on the record, there was a path to victory for for Crawford. And it's not, I know people, we're going to have a disagreement now for the next couple of weeks about the scorecards and all that. I thought it was a highly competitive fight. I got people calling in during the week telling me Crawford was going to school him, he was going to stop him. I myself at some point made a couple of videos on Patreon talking about whether Crawford was going to try to push Canelo back, and none of that happened. It was a close fight, and it's not. What happened tonight wasn't improbable. That's the way I see it. But listen, maybe you could be correct. If you could scrunch up a couple more info on that and maybe some visual evidence, we'd be more than happy to take a look at it and consider it. For the moment, we got a bunch of phone calls here, so I do have to move on. But thank you for your call, and call back next time, all right, man?
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you. Take it easy out there. All right. Don't forget to hit the like, fellas. Hit the like. This is a BDA Boxing call-in show. This is your show. Hopefully we can get through all these phone calls before an appropriate time, because we get the Inoue fight in a couple of hours, and I want to try to catch a couple of Z's before I watch that one. Let's go to 763. 763, you're on the air. 763, what's on your mind?
I appreciate you. It was a good fight. I felt like it was a dominating performance by Crawford. I didn't see him losing a round.
Whoa.
If anything, they tied some rounds, but I didn't see him lose not one round. You know what I mean? So that doesn't take anything away from Canelo. Like, Crawford is one of the best, and in my eyes, probably the best of this generation, and that doesn't take anything away from Canelo to lose to a Crawford. The dude is good. The dude has made history tonight. He made history before, being undisputed in 2 different weight classes, champion in 4 different classes. Like, this is not a guy that it's bad to lose to. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. Shout out to Crawford. I mean, he took the shot, and he was able to come in with a very good game plan, and he managed to employ it. I disagree about him winning virtually every round, but do you know? Because I had to leave.
I just said he didn't lose any rounds. I didn't think he lost any.
All right, yeah, but that's what I said. But anyway,
I think if anything, they tied a few rounds.
Did you manage to catch the punch stats? Because I'm looking for them and I can't find them yet.
Well, no, I didn't. I've seen them during the fight, but I didn't look at them after the fight. I haven't looked them up either. But I even with the punch stats, I mean, I felt like the fourth and fifth round. If I were to give Canelo some rounds, the fourth and fifth, I would have gave him those. But other than that, like there was a tie for the most part in a couple other rounds, but I really didn't see Crawford losing any rounds. Like tie, and at best, if you were to give Canelo a couple rounds, it would be probably the fourth and the fifth.
All right. Well, I guess I have to rewatch the fight just to make sure about those scorecards. But yeah, I got the sense that Crawford. I would have rather been Crawford in most of the rounds, just by virtue of the fact that he was landing a little bit more and frustrating Canelo with that movement. We got to move on here, caller. Anything else you want to say before we do so?
No, I appreciate you. Appreciate the boxing community. And yeah, give Crawford his credit.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you for your call. Have a good night. Call back next time. All right. That was 6-5 something. All right. Let's go on a phone call here. Let's go to 202. 202, you're on the air. 202. What's on your mind?
Am I here?
202, you're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hey, how's it going, BDA?
Doing fantastic. Hope you're doing fantastic as well, man. What's up?
First, I want to start off by saying, Viva la Mexico, cabrones! But no, look, seriously, man. Coming into this fight, man, I seen things as a 50-50 fight. And what I'm not liking right now is that people are going to try to discredit Canelo. Canelo is a hell of a fighter. Canelo has been the same Canelo that he's always been. And people just underestimated Crawford. When I unlike the previous caller, he said that he didn't see Crawford losing any rounds. I legit gave Canelo 2 rounds in that fight. It was 2 rounds that Canelo actually, I could say, went in his favor. But when I seen that second round and Crawford took a body shot and he didn't even react to it, I kind of figured then. And then at the third round, it seemed like Crawford kind of had him timed already. And I seen him parrying a lot of his shots. And I don't know. I mean, like, it was just, like, towards the middle rounds, I seen Crawford doing, like, what he normally does and taking chances and him getting hit a little bit more. And those were that's one of the rounds that he came in and he got, like he stole that round from Crawford. But all in all, man, like the one guy said who had a level head about this, man. Like boxing is a great sport. You got to appreciate the guys for throwing their lives out on the line and putting on a show for us. And that's what they did. I think it was an excellent fight. I think both of those guys, were strategic and they respected each other, and they respected each other's power. I mean, I didn't expect Crawford to have as much effect on Canelo with his punching power as he did, but it seemed like he gained his respect in there. And I don't know, man. Like, I just hope that, like, because Crawford went on the record and said these things. He said, like, no matter what I do, no matter who I beat, there's always going to be an excuse. And at a point, it gets kind of sad, because, like, you can, like, hearing these calls, you can hear that same thing. Like, I'm a fan of the sport, not so much of a fighter. Like, I wouldn't have cared, like, who would have won that fight. I just wanted to see the fight. And I think a lot of these guys get so wrapped up in being fans of specific boxer that they lose sight of, like the sport of it all.
Mm-hmm.
But thanks for. I mean, that's pretty much all I have, man.
Well, listen, it's a sensible call that you made, just like the other dude, and it's true. I mean, listen, I do believe I underrated Crawford because I kept saying, I thought it was a 60-40 fight, and at first my gut feeling was Canelo, and then I started getting pugilistic schizophrenia, and I started giving too much credit to Crawford, and then at the end I went back to Canelo, but there was a 40% chance yeah.
I think that's logical, though. I think that's logical.
No,
I think that's
not in today's,
because like if I had to put my money on the line, right? I'm gonna always go with the bigger man. I'm always go with the bigger man. If I had to put my house on the line, I would bet Canelo. If I absolutely had to bet my life, I would have bet Canelo. But in my heart, I still seen it as a 50-50 fight. Like I seen, like some things that, and just like the intangibles. And sometimes people don't take that into consideration. But like, anytime you listen to Crawford ever talk about, like any fight that's present, and people try to distract him and veer him away from, things like, what are you going to do next? Like while he's training for a current fight, like he's always present minded. He's always like, his words are always, right now I'm focused on this fight, and whatever happens in the future. He's always present minded. And I think even though Crawford is a very talented fighter, I think I'll wrap it up.
Please.
But like, I think what people, I'll just say this. I think what people don't give a lot of credit to is that Crawford has an excellent camp. Those guys prepare him very well for these fights.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm going to just leave it off that.
All right. Well, listen, thank you for your call, caller, and call back next time. Take it easy out there.
All right. Thanks, B-Dave.
Thank you. All right. Don't forget to hit the like, fellas. Hit the like. Let's go to our phone call here. Let's go to 510. 510, you're on the air. 510, what's on your mind?
Canelitos, come out to play! Canelitos, come out to play! Canelitos, come out to play!
I wonder how long this guy's gonna go. The fake laughter there. The fake laughter.
Canelitos, where are you? Oh, shit.
You're still in the air, man. You're still in the air, man. Go ahead. Okay, he hung up. I tell you, man, I that fake laughter, he couldn't sustain it for too long. Let's go on a phone call here. Let's go to 713. 713, you're on the air. 713, what's on your mind?
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Greg Terrible.
What's up, Greg? What's on your mind?
Hello? Man, Canelo sucks. He always did.
Uh-huh.
Like, you know what? Even though I did pick him to win by TKO, he sucks, dude. That guy. You know what? It's not even as much as Canelo is part to blame, but you know who's really blamed for this loss? The guy who never learned. Yes.
I knew you were going to say that. But what about? But hold on. People are going to say, why don't you give Crawford? People are going to say, why don't you give Crawford credit?
No, I give him all the credit. No.
All right.
Congratulations, bud. You're the best pound for pound boxer of this generation. It has just this shows this action of Canelo that he lost shows why he left Golden Boy. They were going to put him, and he was going to underperform. The moment he saw that when he should have left, he did, and this is why even if Prime versus Prime, I pick Oscar because he has a gold medal. Canelo doesn't. Following with movers, he's a 1099 promoter, and Oscar isn't. Like I said, I was ready for Canelo to win, but I knew something told me about Crawford. Now he surpasses Usyk.
Interesting.
This is back to where this is why he left Golden Boy, and then the ticket come home to roost. He will not. He's not going to surpass Oscar. He's not the face of boxing. He's not even the best pay-per-view star. He's probably third tier, fourth tier. You know what? He's fifth tier.
Oh, fifth tier.
This is what he gets for playing Golden Boy promotion. I'm serious.
Well,
but
I guess we're going to start calling it.
You got any questions?
We're going to start calling it the Golden Boy curse. We're going to start calling it the Golden Boy curse, I guess. Listen,
yes. You know what? Greg even picked him to win. He lost. This is beyond me.
Well, listen, it happens, man.
Curse, anyway.
All right. Well, listen, Greg Table, I got to move on here, man. But thank you for your call, and call back next time, all right, man? Take it easy out there.
Take it easy. Bye.
Bye-bye. That's what they say. Bye-bye. All right, listen, before we continue, shout out to everybody who's been calling in. Don't forget to hit the like. Shout out to, real quick, John Gonzalez for his contribution with the Super Chat. He says, I was ready for Crawfish to win, and I'm glad he did. Hope you enjoyed my idiotic laughing phone call. Now, I know that's not John Gonzalez, because John Gonzalez usually doesn't sound that retarded. So I don't think it was him. I suspect it was someone who's a little bit more mentally unhinged. All right, let's go to another phone call here, and don't forget to hit the like. Really helps us out. Let's go to another phone call. Let's go to 323. You're on the air. 323. What's on your mind?
What's going on, man? That was embarrassing, dude. He got his ass fucking kicked. And I'll just say one thing. Look,
sure.
I think that was a worse beating than Bivol. I gave Canelo maybe 3 rounds in that fight. He had some moments. And I'm not going to say here that he's slipping and all that shit, but there was no waist movement. There was no catching and countering and shooting. I mean, there was none of that. This dude got outclassed, and people have got to learn how to cope, dude. Like, you're putting your identity into one fighter. That's fucked up. You got to cope, man. I mean, I like Canelo, but the guy got fucked tonight. Like, honestly, I don't see him beating anyone at the top level anymore. Like, those days are done. If he rematches Bivol will probably fucking destroy him again, worse. If he rematches this guy, I don't see it going any different. This dude, I never saw him at 68. At 68, I had Canelo winning this fight going into it because I'm like, I've never seen Crawford at 68. A year layoff, plus he didn't look so good with Madrimov. And the dude just fucking annihilated him. He fucking annihilated him, dude. Crawford.
I think you're exaggerating a little bit there, Don Madridassos. I think you're falling a little bit in the moment. I mean, I saw Canelo land. How am I
exaggerating?
Canelo landed way more cleaner shots.
I gave him 3 rounds.
I know you did, but what I'm telling you is, I know you did. But
if you're generous, if you're very.
What I'm telling you is Canelo landed. What I'm telling you is Canelo landed more clean shots on Crawford than he did on Bivol, and I didn't see Bivol landed more shots on. The
accuracy for Canelo was there, but BDA, dude, he didn't throw that much. The punches he did throw, he did land. He landed most of them. He landed them pretty clean. But he just didn't throw a lot of punches. Like, he just wasn't busy in he tried to exchange. I saw him.
Mm-hmm.
He was trying. We all saw he was trying to exchange, but I think he just got fucking gassed, and he kind of threw that tactic out the window right away. Like, there were very few spots where he tried to engage with Crawford, but Crawford just ended up getting better of the exchanges. Crawford was very sneaky. He came in under him. A lot of his punches were on the inside, really close to his body. And he didn't do a whole lot of looping punches on the inside. When they were fighting, Canelo's kind of like trying to reach out, trying to get his body and go over his head, and he was looping shots that were missing. I mean, I don't know, man. I just like I said, I'm a fan of both guys. I am a Canelo fan, but you know, the dude got fucking destroyed, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Well,
like,
yeah, well,
I just don't.
I can't go back and forth with the callers. I can't go back and forth with the callers because I do have to move on here. We got a whole bunch of calls, but I suspect this is something that we're going to discuss at length. I suspect this is something we're going to discuss at length for the rest of the week because we do have a lot of shows planned for this. But I do have to move on here, though, Madrassos. Madrassos, can you hear me?
Well, but hold on, BDA.
Can you hear? Madrassos, can you hear? I gotta move on. I got 19 calls on queue here. I gotta move on. I'll let you say one last thing, and then we gotta move on. Go ahead,
man. All right. Yeah. Okay. You guys have to cope, man. Just learn how to deal with the shit, man. Just cope and move on.
All right. Well, I don't think you don't know what you saw, so and you're not making the correct argument for it. But whatever. All right, he hung up. See, I think that's the thing, though. I saw a possibility for Crawford to win, so I'm not all that surprised. I think he didn't see a possibility for Crawford to win, and that's why he's taking a little bit overboard. Let's just hold on a second. What was his prediction? Don Madrassos says Canelo by stoppage. There you go. So he was expecting Canelo by stoppage, and now he doesn't know what he's saying. It's a little bit, perhaps it's another case of pugilistic schizophrenia. I don't know. Let's go on a phone call here. Don't forget to hit the like, by the way. Hit the like. Phone number's right there in the left-hand middle portion of your screen. Let's go on a phone call here. Let's go to 973. 973, you're on the air. 973, what's on your mind?
Hey, BDA, this is Zod. So, this pretty much went exactly the way I suspected it would go. And it's funny, too, because, you know, I knew this the whole time, and all these, you know, Hispanics and or Mexicans are calling and saying, Canelo, what's going to do when they feel his power? Oh, he's going to knock him out. Shut the fuck up. You don't know your ass for your elbow, man. All these fucking casuals, freaking 90% of people who thought Canelo was going to win are casual. It's basic, okay? I told you. Bud's timing, the speed is superior. And you know, he wasn't fast and quick with the jab the entire fight. He was changing gears, man. He was conserving energy. I mean, this is what these people don't understand. I'll liken it and give the analogy of Canelo's like a caveman. Not that extreme, but he's like a caveman, right? Let me plod forward, throw one shot, you know, hopefully it'll land and I'll knock him out. Dude, Bud sees all of this, man. You're a caveman. You're going up against Dr. Manhattan. What the fuck, dude? All
right, the nerd references. You're starting to lose me with the nerd references. But I mean, you said he was going to school Canelo, and I saw Canelo land plenty of shots. I saw Crawford moving a lot. I didn't see him stand his ground, like a lot of people were saying he was going to. So you gotta give Canelo. If you're gonna give Crawford, if you're gonna give Crawford credit, you can't discredit Canelo. Otherwise, it nullifies the whole thing.
I'm not I'm not taking credit away from Canelo. Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is, it's like, come on, it was a clear victory for Bud. At times, he would stand there and he would trade. You saw that, right? And at times, he would circle around. He wasn't running like Skull or anything. He was tactically pivoting. He was circling. Sometimes he'd go around. He's not going to get pinned against the ropes or in the corner. The guy's too intelligent and too skillful for that. So it's like, I mean,
there were a lot of times in which he was moving. There were a lot of times where he was moving excessively, and I just thought, I saw him being the same size as Canelo, and I like I said during like about 2 weeks ago, I started thinking, what if Crawford tries to throw a monkey in the wrench and tries to back Canelo up, and he didn't. He was the same size, and he still chose to move a lot sometimes. There were long stretches of the fight where he wasn't throwing anything. So, I don't know. I saw a path to victory for Crawford, and this is one of those paths to victory, but it didn't happen the ways other people said, which is he was going to school Canelo, he was going to beat him up. I didn't see the beating. But anyway, listen, Zod, thank you for your call. We got to move on and call back next time, right, man? Take it easy out there.
You bet.
All right, that was Zod right there. Let's go on our phone call here. We got to get through this. Let's go to 909. 909, you're on the air. 909, what's on your mind?
What's up, BBA? It's Earl Stevens.
Earl Stevens, what's up, Earl? Shout out to Earl.
What's up, bro? God damn, bro, you got a bunch of calls. I've been on fucking home for like half an hour.
I know.
Let me say this, bro. Fucking,
sure.
I think Eddie Reynoso is a horrible trainer. He had a horrible game plan, bro. He did, bro, because you're fighting a smaller guy. You had this guy fucking get leaner to try to match his speed and power. When, in my opinion, bro, when you have an advantage, you fucking exploit the advantage to the maximum potential and shit. If Canelo has an advantage as far as like the power, the durability and shit like that, you gotta exploit that shit to the fullest. He had him come in leaner in this fight to try to match Crawford's speed and shit like that. Like he's playing a different fight. You know what I'm saying? Like Canelo's gonna fight the same type of game plan he fought against Caleb Plant, Munguia, and all these other 68-pounders and shit. He tried to box with this guy, which is a ridiculous fucking plan. I think fucking Reynoso is low IQ. I think he's very low IQ, bro. That's a very low IQ fucking take because, I mean, off the back, that's the way I have to look at it. It's like, bro, like, if you have an advantage at your weight class, take super advantage of it and compound on that advantage. Don't give no breaks. And regardless, okay, so that's my first point. And my second point is, Crawford won. It wasn't a beatdown. It's not like he whooped his ass, had him rocked, kicked his ass, dropped him, whatever the fuck. It's all good. He beat him and shit. Fucking, it's just Canelo, bro. He's just fucking, honestly, bro, he's not a fighter, bro. He's a martial artist and shit. Like,
well, that's what some people were saying. I know we were talking about the dog and all that, but he seemed to lack that ability to push it into.
He doesn't have that dog, bro.
Hey,
can I test it real quick? Fucking, I think I told you this before. Faraz Sahabi was on fucking Joe Rogan's podcast years ago, and he broke down fighters' their temperances, right? Like between fighters, athletes, and martial artists. You got fighters that would try to whoop your ass from round to round, even if they're fucking winning the round, they still try to whoop your ass. You got athletes try to win round by round, do at least just to win by round by round. You got martial artists that are looking to take you out. That as soon as you get the opportunity to take you out and shit. This was a fight between a martial artist against a martial artist and shit. And I consider Canelo a martial artist and Tony Crawford a martial artist, bro. They're not athletes, they're not fighters, they're martial artists. And when you have a fucking advantage like fucking power and durability, you don't give that up. This is the low IQ of Reynoso. I honestly.
All right, well,
I gotta move on. This is my point. Before you move on, my opinion. This is my low IQ. I put this on Reynoso. His low IQ ability to understand fighting and shit, and the fact that this is why Canelo will never be the best Mexican fighter of all time because there's a significance to that. There's a significance to that. When you're the best Mexican fighter of all time, that means you go out on your shield.
Yeah, that's a good point. Now, listen, I hate to do it, but I gotta move on, man, because I got a whole bunch of calls, man. I gotta try to get through.
Okay, I'll call you next morning.
All right, thank you, Earl Stevens. Thank you for your call, man. Salute. Have a good night. Yeah, it's late at night here. Fuck, we gotta get through a whole bunch of calls. Let's go on our phone call here. Let's go to 386. 386, you're on the air. 386, what's on your mind?
Yes, hello?
You're on the air. What's up?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that where I live out here, I do box at a local gym, and I do fight sometimes. And out here, we've always called Canelo a slugger puncher. And we've kind of seen what was going to happen, just because in order to beat your opponent, usually you have to take away what they do good. And Crawford, skill-wise, southpaw, orthodox, good feet work, excellent defense, and Canelo just seems like he's always been kind of flat-footed and comes forward and throws like power shots, lots of power shots, but he's never really been a jabber, like to throw a jab, to set things up with the jab that I've noticed. So I pretty much didn't think it was a robbery. I felt like Crawford did stand there and trade at times as well. usually when he's fought in boxers, like pure boxers, it seems like he has a little bit of trouble with them. Like Caleb Plant seemed like he was a pretty good boxer, but he did beat Plant because he caught him. Miguel Cotto, when he fought him, one of those fights, I felt like Cotto even won. I felt like they just wanted to see him fight Triple G, so they gave it to Canelo. But all in all, I mean, I liked the fight, but I did figure that Crawford was going to win. When he fought Floyd, Floyd was a good boxer as well. It seems like when you're really good and you have the skills and, you know, can pivot, fight backwards, forwards, I mean, there was a lot of things that he was going to have to take away from Crawford, like in order to actually beat him. I mean, taking nothing away from Canelo, it's just that it did seem like Crawford was the more skilled fighter tonight. So I didn't think it was a robbery. That's pretty much all I wanted to say.
All right. Well, listen, thank you for your call, and call back next time, all right? Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Don't forget to hit the like, fellas. Hit the like. It really helps us out. Let's go to our phone call here. Let's go to 856. 856, you're on the air. 856. So what's on your mind?
Hey, BDA, listen, the amount of salt in here is giving me, like, high blood pressure. Listen, man, like, I'm going to scale back a couple of calls when they were saying that Bud was doping. Bud was preparing for this for a whole year. So, like, when you're getting acclimated, like, to, I mean, he never fought at that class, but he was basically working his way up there. Canelo was riding his horses and, and driving his cars. He was kind of taking it easy and then fighting all these sparring partners. Two, I have another issue when they're saying, like, it wasn't like he was hurting Canelo. He kept turning it, like, Canelo wasn't rolling with those punches. He was turning his chin the whole time, like, literally. Like, it wasn't a thing of, like, like he couldn't hurt him. He thoroughly outclassed that man. Foot placement, footwork, counter punching, beating him to the punch, punching in between punches, everything you could muster. Now, one thing I would give Canelo, and I'm surprised he didn't stick with, going to the solar plexus. He was really working the body. And there was times that, Terrence felt that, like he felt some of that hot sauce a couple times, in the on the body area. Particularly like straight rights and left hooks to the body. And I thought Canelo was really putting some good work, but I'm surprised that he didn't stick with that. But aside from that, he was thoroughly outclassed, thoroughly.
Well, I still think the name of the game is clean, effective punching, and Canelo landed a lot of those. I do still take umbrage with the commentary. I don't know if some people are disagreeing with me in the chat about that Max Kellerman and Andrew Ward. I mean, there were points where Canelo would land a shot and they would stay silent or talk about something else, and then Crawford would land a jab, and they would stick to that for about 5 seconds thereafter. So maybe that skewed people's view on the fight. But I don't know. I'd have to rewatch the fight as well, because right now it's almost 3 a.m, so I'm not in the clearest state of mind.
No, likewise. I won't take too long, but like I said, but I do agree. There were some things, that Canelo did put some pressure, but his problem always was not just gassing out. Another glaring thing is he can't cut the ring, and like he can't cut off the ring. He couldn't do that all fight, so you can't cut the ring. Like he's giving Terrence, like, he's waltzing the whole fight. Fight. He's not like running. There was times Terrence stood his ground. There was times that Terrence kind of did back up Canelo, like, and in those sequences, that's still impressive enough. Like, this is a 147 guy, and he's working Canelo. Like I said, I'm not saying like Canelo was a total wash. I'll give him a C plus. I'll give him a C plus in this in this fight. I'm not going to shit on him and all that, but like I said, I just think he was kind of thoroughly outclassed. So hopefully we'll see a rematch so we can see otherwise. Maybe. I like what the other caller said. It was more of a chess match. And like I said, and tonight it was a Bud's checkmate. That's what it was about. So, but thanks for taking my call tonight. You have a great rest of the show, Mr. BDA.
You too, man. Thank you for your call, and call back next time. Take it easy out there. Yeah, that solar, those, like I said, I concur with his opinion. Those straight shots to the bodies, Canelo should have stuck to them. But again, maybe Crawford did something to take those away, and I think the movement did have something to do with it. Let's go on our phone call here. Let's go to 708. 708, you're on the air. 708, what's on your mind?
Hey, BDA, how you doing tonight, man?
Doing fantastic. How about yourself?
I'm actually doing pretty good, pretty good. It's Bobby from Chicago. I remember I called him when we were doing the predictions, and I said Canelo. But no, sorry, not Canelo. It's two. It's like 2 a.m. I apologize.
I
had a
got you.
couple Modelos tonight, but yeah, for sure. I said Crawford by either split decision or unanimous decision, and Crawford got it done. And man, dude, credit to Canelo. Or Canelo kept in there. And you know, I just thought Crawford was the better fighter in the night. I do want to say though, I thought the end scorecards were a little bit crazy, to be honest with you. Like I thought 115-113 for Crawford was kind of nuts. I mean, like, and I am a fan of both Crawford and Canelo. That's why I was really looking forward to this fight. But I mean, I gave Canelo 4 rounds at the best, man. You know, I thought 115-113 was kind of nuts. But you know, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. And so yeah, man, I will say though, I thought it was a great fight. And I think, you know, there's a lot of people who are coming in here going or saying, like, you know, not giving people their proper credit and all. I think both guys deserve a lot of credit, and I predicted Crawford to win. Crawford surprised me with how good he did in this fight. Like, seriously surprised me with how good he did in this fight. I thought it was going to be a lot more competitive.
Well, there you go, man. Listen, that's too sensible a call for these times and this age. So you gotta simmer down there a little bit. You gotta do a little bit more hyperbole, less facts, and less of a sensible opinion. Listen, Bobby, thank you.
Right.
I'm kidding.
Racial stuff or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. No, but
listen,
yeah. But and then just 2 last things I want to get in. I know you got a lot of calls, so I'll make it quick. For one, like I said, thought the fight was great. All that. I don't think Canelo is washed. I hear a lot of people saying Canelo's washed. I don't think he's washed. I just think he really underestimated Crawford coming into this, and I can totally see why. Like I mean, guy's coming up 2 weight classes, had a really lackluster performance in his last fight. But man, you know, and if they do a rematch, I think it'll be more competitive. But I don't think Canelo's washed by any means. In my opinion, and people might disagree, I still think Canelo's probably the best Mexican fighter of all time, or for me at least. And yeah, man, I did think it was a great fight. And the final thing, I like John Anik for commentary in the UFC. I don't think I was crazy about him on commentary for the play-by-play tonight.
Interesting. All right. Well, listen, thank you for your call, Bob, and call back next time, right, man? Take it easy out there.
Awesome. Oh, yeah. Thank you again for everything, man. Your channel's fucking rock. Good shit, BDA, man. Take care of yourself.
Thank you. Take care, man. All right, listen, don't forget to hit the like, fellas. This is the BDA Boxing Calling Show. You know what? It's 3 a.m. I don't know if we're going to have time to get to all the calls. So try to keep them brief. Try to keep them concise. I'll try to give you as much time as possible because I already know there's some people who have been waiting for over half an hour to call. So let's get to them and see how many we can get through. 925, you're on the air. 925, what's on your mind?
Yeet. Damn, you know how many Coronas I drank listening to all these damn calls waiting for you?
I mean, listen, I'm trying to get through them as fast as I can. I'm trying to give people 2-3 minutes at least, but fuck, man, some of these are, it's hard, man. It's hard. What's up, man?
Bro, these callers got me twisted, bro. They're crazy, especially that dumbass booty juice, booty loose, whatever, laughing. It's not Halloween, bro. You know you're a Canelo hater. Laughing like a damn witch. Shut up.
I mean, he's got issues.
And
I don't want to accentuate them.
I've been listening to nothing but ignorant callers talking about, oh, Canelo got whooped every round. No, bro. Bud is not Mayweather. He would never be on Mayweather status. Mayweather is the best American boxer who ever lived. You know what I mean? So it's like, bro, come on now. And then the other dumbass who said, oh, Eddie Reynoso is the worst trainer of all time. How are you going to say that? He literally trained the best Mexican boxer who ever lived. Come on, bro. All these dumbasses got me fucked up. But no, yeah, Bud did his thing. I was shocked. I'm at all, but yeah, Bud did his thing. But Canelo is still the great. He's still the dopest. He got to go up to 175, and beat the shit out of Benavidez so he can get her respect back, get that lick back.
Yeah, maybe. Hey, that's a good point, man. Maybe he needs to do something dramatic to erase this loss. Do you think there's a rematch?
Yeah, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see that. I want to see Canelo go up to 175 and beat Benavidez, and or if not, get a rematch with Bivol. 168. Bud did it. He did his thing. He deserves it. Respect to him. He got the 168 undisputed belts. Let him have it. Go up to 175. He's about to retire soon, so go up to 175. Try to do your thing. If not, retire soon.
Well, there you go. All right. Well, listen, I got to move on here.
And respect.
Yeah.
Yeah, respect to Bud. Yeah, I was planning on drinking Coronas and BMCs tomorrow, making carne asada, but I'm gonna switch it up to drinking Hennessy and frying some fried chicken tomorrow.
Come on.
Yeah, have a good night.
I gotta go. We gotta. Thank you for your call, man.
Shout out to Bud. Shout out to Bud.
Yeah, all right, man. Shout out to Bud. Hey, listen, all the ICE jokes that we're getting here, I guess some guy had to call in and balance things out, so don't take it too hard. Don't forget to hit the like, really helps us out. Let's go to our phone call here. Let's go to 908. 908, you're on the air. 908, what's on your mind?
I had Canelo winning 7 rounds. I actually just watched the fight again, just based off... Bud did a great job. I figured if he won, if it was close or at all close, they were going to give it to Bud because all the Vegas is Saudi territory, and his relationship with Turkey, and just the way the commentary was, and scorecards and all that stuff. Like, I figured if it was close at all, they were going to give it to Bud. I actually figured going into this, if Canelo did not get a knockout, they were going to give it to Bud. But I thought it was a draw, at least. I was watching it with a couple people. A couple people had Bud by like a round. But if you watch it back, Canelo hit him way harder. Bud was running a little bit in that fight, and a lot of the flurries he was throwing that the commentary was going nuts over were just hitting Canelo's gloves. If that was any other circumstance, Canelo would have gotten the nod, because you know how he does. But I just figure boxing or whoever is over with Canelo, and but Crawford did an amazing job. He came up, he took those punches. He looked very uncomfortable, though. I think they were affecting him. He was sticking out his tongue, doing a bunch of stuff I've never seen him do. He did run a little bit, but I'm not totally upset because I didn't bet. I figure a lot of people calling in that are upset that went for Canelo are like, oh, he's trash, just because they just lost a bunch of money. But I think if you watch it back and you get those other... who's that guy who does those documentaries about snack and all that? Like one of those guys. If you watch it back, people are going to say, "Hell no, you're crazy." Yeah. One of those. You got to get with your team or somebody. You watch it back. It was extremely close. But I'm not upset about it. It was a free fight and I didn't bet. So
that opinion of yours is going to trigger a lot of people. I already see people are triggered in the chat. So I guess
you need time to watch it back. A lot of people are never going to see it that way. A lot of people will never. You know what I'm talking about. But watch the fight back. It's way closer than you think. I thought they were going to give him a draw or let Bud win. But Bud did his thing. He's a great fighter. He's one of the greatest.
All right. Well, I encourage people to go watch it, rewatch it as soon as possible. Listen, thank you for your call. I got to move on here, but thank you for your call. Call back next time, right, man? Take it easy out there.
Right on.
Thank you.
Bye.
Take it easy, man. Yeah, I think I finally found the stats here for the fight. Crawford landed 165 out of 442, and Canelo landed 132 out of 247. So again, close numbers. They're not that wide. They're not as wide as Mayweather Canelo 12 years ago. So when people say that stats show that Crawford schooled him, I don't know. Then again, I don't really trust punch stats either all that much. So I guess that's going to be another discussion to make or to have in the ensuing days. Let's go to our phone call here. Let's go to 619. 619, you're on the air. 619, what's on your mind?
It was good, man. How you doing, BDA?
Doing fantastic, man. What's up?
Shout out to the people, man. Appreciate y'all listening, man. I was just coming off this hot night, man. Historic night of greatness. Three times. Undisputed, man. Hey, the real ones already knew what was about to happen tonight. I said it in the second round. Canelo needs a knockout to win. He needed it the whole night. He couldn't find it. He hit Bud with the power, and Bud was not phased. Bud said after the fight he's been hit harder than that before. So all y'all praying and dreaming that Canelo would be the greatest. As great as he is, and respect to Canelo for taking the fight and making that fight happen, we knew what time it was. I said Bud was going to be the stronger fighter. He was the stronger fighter. He was the smarter fighter. He was the faster fighter. And he won basically all but 2 rounds convincingly. The stats aren't going to show, but when we watch back this fight, because history was made tonight, man, Bud won about 10 rounds just strictly off of being the busier fighter, convincingly. And that's where, respect to Canelo, but y'all got to open up your eyes and just really see reality, man. We're living in the real world, and Canelo, as great as he is, every time he stepped up to the plate and the judges did not hand him the fight, he could not pull it off.
That's a good point, man. That's a good point.
Every time Bud stepped up to the plate, he got the job done.
That's a good point. Whether the fight was more competitive or not than some people think, he still came up short. He couldn't pull it out of the bag. So that's a good point right there. All right, well, listen, man, I got to move on here, but thank you for your call, and call back next time, all right? Take it easy out there.
Appreciate you, boss.
Thank you. All right, let's go on our phone call here. Let's go to 805. 805, you're on the air. 805, what's on your mind? Oh, come on, it's Amok again. There you go, man, again. We talked all night, man, on the taqueria there. What's up, man?
There's a lot of things I want to say, and not just one fight.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess we'll start with the zone card, if that's okay with you. There was this African guy versus looked like it could have been like Kell Brook's cousin.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see the entire fight, but I seen like the last 3-4 rounds. Kind of seemed like they robbed him.
Which fight are you
talking about? You know what fight I'm talking about?
You're talking about the Mbili fight?
I think the guy was named No, Travis or something like that.
Travis?
One of them was wearing blue, I think.
You talking about the heavyweights?
Yeah, it was the zone card, I believe.
Oh, no, I didn't see that one.
No, that was Franklin and some other dude that looked like a caveman.
That dude, Disco. I didn't see the zone card.
Yeah, it kind of seemed like they robbed that African dude. And then I didn't get to see because I went to go buy some drinks, a beer run, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
The Padley versus the rematch rules. The Padley, I can't think of the other guy's name right now. I'm like brain farting all over the place.
Okay. All right. Well, listen.
You know who won?
About what? About those dudes? I don't know. I didn't watch that one.
All right, fuck it, I guess. And then I guess you could say I'm disappointed in Martinez. Disappointed, man.
Yeah,
I thought he lost that fight. I thought Billy got robbed.
Whoa! All right. Well, it was a close fight.
Yeah, it was a close fight. It was very competitive fight. But I thought Billy edged it. I thought he genuinely won that fight, even though I had Martinez by UD. But it is what it is.
Yes, yeah, that's a good point, man. That's a good point.
What else I want to? That Vargas fight. Like, what the fuck? That shit should have been in the fucking prelims.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm talking about? Vargas
that's what people were saying. Yeah, I got you.
Like, what the fuck was that?
It should have been Billy versus Martinez, but it is what it is. Listen, Amok, I gotta run, man, because I had a bunch of people here waiting, man. But thank you for your call, and we'll talk later, right, man? Take it easy out there.
I didn't even get to talk about the main event.
Oh man, okay, please.
All right, fine. I'll call some other time.
No, go ahead, man, but just make your point because I got a whole bunch of. I don't think I'm going to be able to get through everything.
Okay, so people saying that it was a domination, it was a schooling, and all this other master class and all this other fucking catchphrases. Honestly, I thought that was a close competitive fight. I thought it was a 7-5 fight, believe it or not. I thought Crawford edged it out. And this goes to show you that he proved that he was the number 2, yes, number 2 pound for pound today. Not number 1, number 2.
Interesting.
And I think it also proves that he was just a weight bully for most of his career.
Oh, that's going to make some people angry, man.
I mean, I'm just here to just give the real info. Fuck all that fan game shit.
All right. Well, listen, Amok, now I do have to run because we got a whole bunch of other calls, man. But call back next time. I think Bucho's doing a post open lines. That means open panel show right after I'm done with this one. I don't know how he's going to manage it. But anyway, talk to you later, right, man? Take it easy out there.
All right. I guess I'll show up and have my autism on the...
all right. I got to move on, man. All right. Take it easy, man. All right, let's go to a phone call here. I'm running out of steam here, really. Fucking 3 in the morning. Let's go to a phone call. 646, you're on the air. 646, what's on your mind?
What's going on, BDA?
What's up, man?
I thought it was a good fight. Yeah, I think Canelo did better than people thought. I thought there was like 5 or 6 rounds that were close. The only difference was Bud had a jab and Canelo didn't. So he would get the free points as they were going around, and then when they would exchange, it would be closer. I thought in mid-distance, they were pretty even. I think Canelo had a slight advantage in mid-distance. But I think inside fighting, I think Crawford actually did really, really well. Like, had like some short uppercuts, short shots. I wonder if you think that's the reason why some people have it so wide is because Crawford was getting like these free jabs on the outside. Do you think that's why?
Maybe. I mean, I just don't think... I don't know, man. I mean, people are sending me info now that the AI had the fight a draw. So, I mean, it's just confirming that it was indeed a closer.
Yeah, I saw that as well.
It was a close fight, but I mean, it's again, Canelo as the more so-called acclimated guy, there was a point where he was just winging those shots again, and that's what I was worried about for him, that he was just going to relegate himself to throwing those wide hooks, and he, like another caller said, the straight shots to the body were working, and instead he just went back to the sledgehammers.
Yeah.
He just fell back to what he was comfortable with, and it wasn't going to work out.
Did you see any Crawford or Canelo stunt, like not hurt, but like maybe they caught their attention at least a few times that fight?
I think there was one left hand that he didn't
Crawford
see.
did catch his attention a couple times. There was one for Canelo?
No, for Crawford. I think Crawford hit him with a counter left hand off the ropes, and Canelo didn't see it coming.
Yeah, I think I saw Canelo. He did hit Crawford once against the ropes, and like Crawford legs dipped a little bit, but. Yeah, good fight. Do you think they do a rematch?
Maybe.
I mean, what else are they going to do?
That's a good point. There was a lot of money, and I don't think Crawford wants to risk it against Shiraz or moving up and fighting Bivol. I think that's way out of the realm of possibility for him.
This was in a way a double cherry pick. Like I think Crawford was like, okay, this guy stylistically I match up well, and then Canelo was like, okay, I'm gonna fight this dude that's smaller. I'm gonna knock him out, and like. I think that's kind of. I don't know if Crawford wants to fight guys that are bigger and longer and stuff. That way he actually has to, go on the inside.
I think I would call it cherry pick, but it was a tactical selection. It was a good move. It was good matchmaking. All right, well, listen, man.
Both of them were tactical, I would say.
Yeah. All right, now I got to move on, man, because I got a bunch of other calls here. But thank you for your call, and call back next time, right, man?
No problem, man.
Take it easy, out there. Oh shit! All right. Sorry, man, but I had to hang up, and while you were in mid-sentence, I didn't mean to do it, but it is what it is, man. Sorry. Let's go to a phone call here. Let's go to 831. 831, you're on the air. 831, what's on your mind? Oh, shit. 831, are you there?
Oh, man. Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, man. What's up?
Yeah, I'm here. You hear me? Yeah, man. I was, talking about the fight. Yeah, man. I initially had Crawford winning by a late stoppage. But he still got the W, though. But one thing is, man, like, I really don't like, like what I'm hearing from people, about, Terrence Crawford was, he was moving a lot. and people are saying that, Eddie Reynoso sucks, Canelo sucks, the Reynoso's to blame, and all these things. So, but all of it is, it's like taken away from the greatness that is Terrence Crawford. There's nothing that we can take away from Canelo, because Canelo is a great fighter. But I think the difference is like Canelo, I think it showed up, in the way that they like moved his career. It's like it was based upon like, making big money as opposed to fighting the best of the best. And I think that caught up with him today, because you're not really used to fighting the best in their prime. Now, this was something that was new to Canelo as well, so I think that had a lot to do with it. I think that, he wasn't able to adjust, but it's also because of the things that Terrence Crawford was doing in the ring. Like, Terrence Crawford literally, got Canelo's respect by some of the power shots that he was throwing, letting Canelo know, like, you're not going to be able to just come in here and do whatever you want to do. Because Crawford was even physically stronger than Canelo. Like, he was pushing Canelo around the ring. And I think he wanted to prove that point that, yeah, you're bigger, but it doesn't mean that you're actually physically stronger than me. So like the things that people are saying, it's taken away from the greatness of Terrence Crawford. It's like you're belittling his greatness by saying that Canelo wasn't good or he was over the hill. I mean, like, that's the narrative that's being painted. But prior to the fight, a lot of people were saying Canelo is going to knock out Terrence Crawford. He's going to be too big. I mean, they had him pound for pound. He was the face of boxing. But now, just because he loses, now you want to say that he's a bad fighter? I don't agree with that either. But I also say give Terrence Crawford his respect, but then you also have to give Canelo his respect as well. But I'll end here. But I do think that it had to do with Canelo not fighting the best of the best fighters, because I think that was how they moved his careers, because they know the shortcomings that Canelo has. It's like people can say that fighters are running around the ring. Okay, but there's something that you could do using skill to stop them from being able to run around the ring. You look at Floyd Mayweather, people thought he was a runner, but when he fought people like Marcos Maidana made it so he couldn't run around. He made him fight. You see, even Miguel Cotto made him fight, but they were very skilled at cutting off the ring. So you can't give somebody a pass saying that somebody's running around, but then discredit the fact that they're not using skill to cut off the ring and stop them from moving so much. There's things you can do to combat anything somebody does in the ring, whether it's moving, whether it's they have a longer reach, there's something that you can do against that. So, there's always a way around.
Absolutely, I agree.
Or any,
yeah, there's always some. That's
So,
a good point, man. Yeah, that's a good point. People should give the fighters their credit. People should give Crawford his credit. He did what he had to in there, and he pulled out the win. Now, listen, caller, I got to move on, man, because I got a bunch of calls. But thank you for your call, and call back next time, all right, man? Take it easy out there. All right.
Man, appreciate you.
Thank you. All right, let's go on a phone call here. Let's go to 984. 984, you're on the air. 984, what's on your mind?
Yo, hit the like. What's going on?
Hit the like.
So, yeah, this is a Dragon Night. So on the last prediction, I said Crawford would win, and you asked me by how much. I said 8-4, and that's actually what transpired. I saw the fight as that. The two judges that gave it 115, 113. I thought it should have been wider, not that wide, but a little wider. And I also said that it would not be a KO. I don't think, with Crawford's experience, I don't think he can actually knock out someone like Canelo, even though he did rock his head back at one point. That was actually pretty good to look at, actually, because I haven't seen something like that since, Canelo fought Triple G, and Triple G rocked his head back. I think it was round 10 or 11 on the second fight or something like that he did that. It took me back to that fight, seeing that. But yeah, I believe that he studied up on Canelo, had his number, knowing exactly when to throw, when to land. He had his number, and Shout out to Bud Crawford and his superpowers. That's all I got to say.
His superpowers. At least you didn't bring up snack, because then that's gonna make people. That's gonna rile people up. Well, listen, Dragon Knight, thank you for your call, and call back next time, right? Take it easy out there.
Yo, BDA.
Yes.
You know Mexico coming on there.
There you go, man. All right, let's go on a phone call here. Let's go to 210. 210, you on the air. 210. What's on your mind?
Southpaw. What's up,
Southpaw,
guys?
what's up, man?
Nah, celebrating, man. I was watching the fight at home with my kid. He boxes these little studs, but yo, like, I picked Canelo because of the politics, but I told you I was rooting for Bud. Thank God, bro. Thank God. Like you said that they didn't give Canelo credit for punches. That's bullshit. I heard even Andre Ward. I was surprised when I was listening to the commentary. I'm like, wow, he must be really like tapping his foot hard because he's giving Canelo credit for body shots and everything. But no, it was a clean sweep. It was a wipeout, and everything that. And Bud has to get more credit because he's jumping up 2 weight classes. This is Canelo's division. So the fact that a guy 2 weight classes lower came out and schooled you shows you that you got to give him more credit. It's a curve. You know what I mean? So it's funny, like, but nobody's getting credit. I heard somebody saying he's doping. That's stupid. You know what I mean? Like, no, it wasn't close. Bud won that clearly. Bud beat his ass. He marked his face up. Everything. The last few rounds, he was just piecing him up. And it's funny because, like, I was listening to a show like a while back, and I heard your guy Bucho say, "Oh, well, if Canelo loses, it's because he didn't do something in camp or he didn't do something in preparation." Bullshit. I heard some people say that. Yo, he took boots. He's on steroids, and there is no indicator that.
Wait a minute. So hold on. You're gonna cast aspersions on Boots, but not on. But when people do it on Crawford, it's like there's nothing to it. You can't.
Yeah,
you
because
can
this is the Canelo channel. I'm telling you, I love you guys, but I'm the kind of friend that I will tell you when you're fucked up. You're fucked
I appreciate
up.
it.
Like,
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. But you're not addressing. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. But you're not. I appreciate that. But you're not addressing. Can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, because you keep interrupting. I appreciate you. I appreciate you being a friend, but again, you just contradicted yourself because you said, "Oh, people who are saying Crawford's doping, that's insane," and then you just blatantly accused Ennis of doping. So,
no, I'm talking about Canelo because one guy's been popped, one hasn't. And
hold on.
Do
you think? Hold on. Do you think Crawford? Hold on. Do you think Crawford? Crawford is with Crawford is with. Crawford is the
dirtiest commission.
Oh my God! All right, so listen, so I can go back and forth with you because you're always interrupting, and I got a whole bunch of callers. But thank you for your call, and call back next time, Raman.
And you're feeling
easy out there. All right, let's go to a phone call here. Let's go to 860. 860, you're on the air. 860. What's on your mind?
Yo, can you hear me?
860, you're on the air. Yes.
Yeah. So I want to piggyback off of what the other guy said about Canelo popping hot and Bud never popping hot. I find it funny that there's accusations or even thoughts of Crawford even being on anything when Canelo already popped hot, and Reynoso has 6 other fighters who popped hot. So any type of notions about Bud being dirty, just make sure it's on the other side as well. You know what I'm saying? So I know Bud worked with Victor Conte or not. But, like, there's never been any type of idea or any type of inkling that he's ever been dirty, right? As far as tonight, I had it 10-2, maybe even 11-1. I don't. The 132 punches that Canelo landed, I don't remember him landing that many punches. He had a shot or two here and there, but he got washed tonight. Honestly, he got washed tonight. And it's unfortunate that I see people saying that they had it a draw or a close fight. I don't know what the fuck they was watching. I do think that a lot of people are dick riders on here, and it's just unfortunate because they're not real men. Like, it's a fight, man. Fuck it. Like, Canelo doesn't fucking know you, so why dick sucking dick ride him to that level to say it was a 7-5 fight or a draw? That's very gay to me.
Well, some people could say the same thing about the 10-2. 11-1. I mean, I think we have to have a better line of discourse than I think we need to have a better. I think we need. Hold on,
It was a wash.
hold on. I'll let you talk. Hold on, I'll let you talk. I'll let you talk, man. I'll let you talk, man.
Go ahead.
I think.
Go ahead.
Yeah, if we're gonna have, all I'm saying is we need to have a higher level of discourse than that. Just real quick, because I can't spend too much time here per call, but as it pertains to the 6 guys popping hot for Reynoso, that's already been debunked. It wasn't 6. Munguia was just recently exonerated. So was Canelo. Garcia was. Ryan Garcia
I bet he was.
Ryan Garcia wasn't with Reynoso when he popped hot, and he also submitted a hair follicle test, which exonerated him. The only reason he was suspended was because of the strict liability clause, which means that no matter how it got into your system, you're still going to pay some sort of penalty for that. And Luis Neri, who also pumped hot, did so before being with Reynoso. So I'm just pointing out the facts here. But thank you for your call, and call back next time.
How interesting.
It is interesting. I'm just clearing up the facts. All right, thank you for your comment. Oh, shit. Almost dropped down that one. All right, let's go to a phone call here. Let's go to 209. 209, you're on the air. 209, what's on your mind?
Yeah, hello. I'm calling, and I gotta say this was an impressive win by Bud Crawford, just because of the age, and he was coming up 2-3 weight classes, so he wasn't playing around. And I gotta say, he definitely did his homework. The other 2 guys who beat Canelo were Bivol and Mayweather, and they definitely lived behind the jab. And I think that's what really got Crawford going, was his jab. Not only that, his footwork was definitely much higher than Canelo's, and I felt that what Crawford was doing was just using that jab, like he was staying busy with it. And if you pay attention to the Mayweather, the Bivol, and this fight, Canelo's face even gets swollen like a little bit, and that's how you can tell that jab was working all night. And Canelo, he tends to fall in love with power punching, in my opinion. I mean, probably for the later part of his career, earlier in his career, I definitely saw more combinations going on. But from what I see now, I definitely see that Canelo didn't impose and use his advantages, because he should have came in and he should have put in that work. He should have just, went with power, like pressured him right away. I know that Crawford's quick. He counters. He definitely had the upper hand on hand speed. And I just definitely saw that what Canelo did, he did risk a lot giving him this fight, because Crawford came up and he wasn't supposed to win. This wasn't his fight. Canelo was basically undefeated at 168.
That's true.
And I feel that if Canelo was going to lose, he should have lost to Benavidez. Okay, look, let me put it back. Julio Cesar Chavez was a Mexican great. He didn't have to fight Oscar De La Hoya late in his career, but he did it. He handed off the torch. Canelo doesn't want to do that for Benavidez, and that looks super weak. Instead, he fights 147 Bud, and he loses. And what the hell is this? But I mean, it was a good fight. I'm not gonna discount Bud, but it's like, what are you doing, Canelo?
That's a good point.
Stylistically, this was a bad matchup for him. All the African American fighters, they're really quick. They have a really good amateur pedigree. When you're an amateur fighter, I did amateur boxing, USA boxing. You have to be quick. You have to be quick for those 3 rounds. You gotta throw your hand. You gotta stay busy. You gotta have footwork. You don't have that. You come up. Canelo's been fighting since 15 years old. He's been fighting pro Mexican fights, and that's a different style to the amateur style. But all I gotta say is, this was a bad fight for Canelo to take. I think he should have done his homework. I think Bud, for that whole year, he definitely did his homework. I bet he had that fight with Bivol and Mayweather on repeat, and he worked that jab, and he came and executed. I'm gonna say it was probably a little closer. I would say 7-5 Crawford, but I will say that what Canelo did tonight, I mean, I'm not going to discount his career. I still think it was an impressive career. He had a lot of big moments in it. But even if this is a rematch, I still think Crawford wins. I still think he does. Because styles make fights. And I definitely think that Crawford is going to do that.
I agree, man. I agree. Well, listen, I got to move on here because I got a ton of calls. But thank you for your call, and call back next time, right, man? Take it easy out there.
All right. Sounds good.
Thank you, man. All right, let's go to a phone call here. Let's go to 773. 773, you're on the air. 773, what's on your mind?
Well, the fight was good, but I thought that Crawford was fighting off his back foot and running around a lot of the rounds. I had Canelo winning most rounds at the beginning, but the fight seemed like almost as if Crawford didn't want to engage with Canelo. And when he did, it was at the beginning of the round, and the rest of the round all he did was run.
Well, I mean, listen, what was he supposed to do? He wasn't going to stand in front of the guy. I suspected for a while that he might try that, and he tried it in spots here, just in a couple of spots, and I think he realized, all right, even Bomac told him, there's no need to do that. There's no need to trade with the guy. So, I mean, there were periods where he moved excessively, but hey, like somebody else said, at some point Canelo should have known that that was likely to happen and should have prepared accordingly, and he didn't.
When Canelo wanted to get on the inside, Crawford was smart to clinch right away, but the fight was a lot closer. I had Canelo winning, to be honest. I thought he got robbed, but I guess that's differently.
Yeah, well, listen, people every time somebody says that the fight is close, some people in the chat get triggered. So you saying you thought Canelo won, that's really going to...
Well, I want to see Crawford fight William Skull. That way he has a dance partner from the looks of that fight.
Oh, come on. All right, well, listen, we'll see, man. We'll see. Maybe there's even a rematch. All right, well, listen. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you for calling in, man. Take it easy out there.
Right.
All right, let's go to a phone call here. Let's go to 229. 229, you're on the air. 229, what's on your mind?
What's going on, man? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, 229. What's up?
Yeah, I hear a few of your callers say, but I think Canelo got robbed. I'm going to tell you why. The fight was closer because Crawford did a lot of moving. He didn't fight his normal fight like he fought Madrimov or fought Spence. I think Canelo fought better inside. And he cut the ring off and he hit. I hate in this era where you gotta beat you don't beat the champion no more. They'll let you box versus letting you beat the champion. I don't think they should have taken the title away from him. And I think Crawford should rematch him. Because it wasn't no clear victory. Because he didn't fight him like he said he would. Go ahead.
Yeah, I thought it was a close fight, but right now you got to understand people are in the moment of it, and people are just liable to say whatever they feel like. So if they say Crawford washed Canelo, that's what they're gonna go with. But yeah, the CompuBox showed. Well, the CompuBox showed that it was a competitive fight. So CompuBox showed it was a competitive fight. So it is what it is, man.
It could have been. It could have been easily been a draw because he didn't out-punch him. He didn't out-maneuver him. When Crawford do flurry, they didn't hurt Canelo. He still coming forward. He cut the ring off. He cut the ring off better this fight than he did with Skull. I think this. I like I know a lot of people say, but I think the fix was in. I don't think he should have took the fight with Turkey, but now he knew he should have never took that fight against Crawford with Turkey backing him. That was his biggest downfall. I don't think Crawford as great as people say he is. He just lucky.
Well, there you go. I mean, people are going to disagree with that, but hey, I guess that's what makes it so interesting is that we're going to be able to have this discussion as the weeks go along. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, look at his resume. Who has he beat that Canelo won't beat?
No, I mean, listen. That was a discussion that people had. That was a discussion that people had the week of the fight or in the build-up to the fight. And now that Crawford beat him, I mean, it's sort of a moot point. But listen, caller, I got to move on, man. But thank you for your call and call back next time, right, man? Take it easy out there. All right, man.
All right.
Let's go to a phone call. Don't forget to hit the like, fellas. Hit the like. Really helps us out. Let's go to a phone call here. Let's go to 214. 214, you're on the air. 214, what's on your mind? 214, going once. Going twice. 214. Yeah, sorry about that. I mean, the person was... Maybe we left them on hold too long, 48 minutes. Sorry, man. Catch you on the next one. All right, let's go to a phone call. Let's go to Wait a minute, there's another 214. 214, you're on the air. 214, what's on your mind?
That's me, big.
Yes, I can hear you, 214. Go ahead, please.
You hear me?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. I'm from Dallas, Texas.
Oh,
no,
shout out to
I just
Dallas.
want to say that Canelo Alvarez no vale verga. Ese güey, hey, no vale pura verga. Look, the way I see it, BDA, Crawford, he was coming up from 147 for 154, and he stroked from manageable. He was getting hit with the right hands. He couldn't beat Mandible. Like I had that as a tie, and he had Canelo pound for pound, Mexicano, and he got beat by somebody that Masvidal, man, that almost beat him. Like that's embarrassing, bro. Like that's really is embarrassing. That's embarrassing, bro. Like vergüenza, like in Spanish. Like, how can you let somebody like beat you like that? Like, and I was watching the fight with my mom, man. I was like, my mom couldn't even believe it as well. Like, como Canelo, como my mom, she's Mexican, man. She's like 65 years old, 66. So es mexicana from Michoacán, La Piedad, So she estaba mirando la pelea. No, she was watching it, BDA. She couldn't believe it. She was like, ¿cómo ese moreno? She like, ese moreno está ¿cómo se llama? Ganando ese mexicano. And he was like little, And I was telling the story. He was like 147. I was telling I was telling her he came up from 140, like 135, going from I was telling my mom like he was from like 135 going by Gamboa. He was coming up in weight. You know what I'm saying? I was just telling the story. And Canelo, man, he was fighting like 140. He came up from 140. He was beating up from Cotto brother. He was going up to 147. You know what I'm saying? Trout, Laura, and all the story. And it's in vergüenza, man. Like, how can you lose to this guy, bro? Like,
well, it happened,
how,
man.
Bro?
It
Like
happened.
he's like little than.
It's happened. It's not the end of the world. Hopefully she enjoyed. I don't know if she managed to watch the Mbili Martinez fight. Hopefully that made up for the night because that was a hell of a war. Let me tell you. But listen, man, I got to move on here.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen,
that was a good fight, but like I'm saying, like the Hispanic, man, that's embarrassing, bro. Like Canelo, nigga, hang it up. Virgil Ortiz.
Did you say the N-word?
Virgil Ortiz need to step it up. Go hit. Virgil Ortiz. I think he could beat Crawford. He's younger. Hey, Virgil Ortiz versus Crawford. Go ahead and get it up.
I don't think that happens.
That's it.
I don't think Crawford takes it. But anyway, listen, I got to move on. But thank you for your call. Call back next time, right, man? Take it easy out there.
All right, we there.
Take it easy. All right, listen. I think we're going to be doing another show tomorrow. So if I don't get to all of the calls right now, do not despair. We'll get to you tomorrow, right? But it's this fight. Let me tell you something real quick. The Vargas versus Walsh fight was still on at about 11:45 p.m. And by the time the main event started, it was already 12:30 a.m. So that's why we're here now, fucking near 4 a.m. It's not our fault. If it would have ended at midnight, we wouldn't be here still, but it is what it is. So let me take a couple of more calls, and then I do have to go because I've been up since 5 in the morning. Let's go to 702. 702, you're on the air. 702, what's on your mind? 702, you're on the air. Going once. Going twice.
Is that me? Hello?
Yes, you. 702, you're right on time, yes.
Oh, okay, wonderful. I was waiting, quite some time, but
I do
apologize. I just want to say I had the opportunity to see the fight in person here.
Oh, really?
Hello? Yeah, I just saw the fight in person here.
Oh.
And for all the Crawford doubters, let me tell you this now. Seen it up and close, he absolutely just dominated Canelo. Canelo had no answer whatsoever. Crawford was beating him to the punch. He's just an excellent counter punch. I've never seen this in my life. I've been following boxing for such a long time. Other people making excuses that, it was a close fight. Absolutely not. In the ninth round, when they both went to the center of the ring and started to exchange blows, Crawford was beating Canelo to the punch the whole time. I was in absolute disbelief. I couldn't believe it. Just now, the after post-press conference, Canelo said, hey, I absolutely had no answer for this guy. They asked him, what was giving you problems? He said, everything was. He said, his speed, his footwork,
his timing, and his power. That's just a fight that's better all the way around. So this is just what I want to say for all the Crawford doubters, especially ones that think the fight was much closer than it was absolutely on the scorecard. I think it was actually further than the scorecard. And then the 12th round, it looked like Crawford was actually he had the opportunity to knock out Canelo at one particular time, but he chose not to. So, yeah, absolutely, just pure dominance. I kind of put Crawford in that same category. Like I put the Mayweathers, the Sugar Ray Leonards. They're boxing geniuses. They're kind of Einsteins of boxing, so it's really hard to beat them. When you take a very good fighter within Canelo and you put him up against an elite fighter, this will be the results. That's all I had to say. Thank you very much, BDA.
All right, thank you for your call, man. Take it easy out there. Call back next time. All right, see, that was a nice, quick, and concise call. He got to the point there. I appreciate that. Let's go to our phone call here. Let's go to 806. 806, you're on the air. 806, what's on your mind? 806, you're on the air. 806, going once, going twice. Yeah, see, I mean, people are on hold for over 30 minutes, especially at this time of the night. It's expected that we're not going to get... Let me get two more calls maybe, and then I do have to go. 520, you're on the air. 520, what's on your mind? 520.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I saw this fight, and the whole thing people are saying about, he couldn't handle Majumov at 154. How is he going to handle Canelo? Here's the thing with that many people fail to understand. The reason why it looked difficult for him to handle Majumov and even dispose of Majumov is because he would have risked losing the fight with Canelo. See, if he actually went for it a little bit more in the Majumov fight and, fought his, fight the way he usually does, take a little bit more risk, be a little bit more aggressive, he'd open himself to risk. And he's like, you know what? I'm not going to do this against this 154-pounder and possibly risk losing. And if I lose the Canelo fight. There's the answer to that. And then also, if you want to take it on the flip side and say, oh, no, he actually did fight legit against Majumov full throttle, and Majumov gave him a legit hard problem. So now you can theoretically say Majumov gave him a harder time than Canelo did. And by proxy, Majumov's better than Canelo.
Hey, that's true, huh? Yeah, see how that shit doesn't work.
Yeah, it's scary. Yeah, I know that styles make fights and whatnot, but and you could boil it down to this too. It's like the Mexican brain. It's not superior to the American brain or the European brain when you think about it on a really base level. Think about it. Mexican fighters all throughout history. Maybe Salvador Sanchez is the exception, to be honest. He was a pretty smart and nasty fighter. But come on, man. You're dealing with the likes of Canelo, Usyk. These guys are super geniuses in the ring. And honestly, when you saw round 11 and 10, I don't know if you paid attention in round 12. I'm sorry, 11 and 12. If you paid attention to round 12, he kind of wobbled Canelo at one time. Canelo was either off balance or he was legitimately dazed, and you saw his legs do a little bit of a dance, and I'm like, he could really stop him if he went full bore. But he decided to let me take it conservative. But yeah, Bud's an absolute legend. That's my call.
Well,
Thanks,
let me
PDA.
just say I disagree with you about the whole Mexican brain thing. I don't know where you're getting that from, but if you look at across history of Mexican fighters, you get Miguel Canto. He mentioned Salvador Sanchez. Julio Cesar Chavez could actually box when he wanted to. Vicente Saldivar, Finito Lopez. So yeah. Anyway, the guy hung up, but I would have liked to have. Maybe if he'll call back another episode, he can maybe really explain all that about the brain. I don't know what he was talking about there. Sounded like a little bit of pseudoscience. Let's go to our phone call here. Let's go to 713. 713, you're on the air. 713, what's on your mind?
Hey, there was a caller saying that earlier that I don't know what the hell, I'm delusional. But, man, yeah, Canelo sucks, dude. He always did. I'm telling you, this is the karma for Golden Boy. I'm telling you. Canelo fanboys, especially Canelo fanboys, you hang it up. He never was that good. Adrian Reynoso was not an elite trainer. Canelo, if you're hearing me out, go train with Adrian Reynoso, Joel Diaz, or Robert Garcia. Don't get Teddy Atlas. Do not get Teddy Atlas.
No.
And, Nacho Betty's time I help.
Teddy Atlas
But
will
man,
actually
Canelo,
Teddy Atlas will
sucks,
actually
dude.
try to.
You should've-
Teddy Atlas will actually try to sabotage him and make him lose more. But anyway, listen, I gotta move. I gotta move on here to get to other people that I haven't already talked to because I'm about to go. I'm running extremely low on energy here. I've been on for an hour and 50 minutes.
Well, I
All right,
gotta say,
Yeah.
Canelo's a 1099 promoter, Golden Boy. You won. End game, you're still gonna win anyway. If Virgil beats, Crawford, Virgil, man, you're the shit. But man, Canelo, just hang it up. That's it. It's over with. Sofia Vergara, you're too old. You're done. You're done. All of you guys, fanboys, Canelo fanboys, you guys are done. It's over with. He was sucked anyway.
All right. I gotta move on.
Bye.
I gotta
Thank
move on.
you. Bye.
Thank you. He says Golden Boy. He was talking about the Golden Boy curse against Canelo. Let's go on a phone call here. Let's go to 402. 402, you're on the air. 402, what's on your mind?
What's going on, BDA? Thanks for the show, man.
Thank you for. I appreciate it. What's on your mind, man?
I got a lot on my mind because, I listen to your podcast a lot, and I really appreciate you. But at the same time, I have to know, and I'm gonna flip the script on you. What is on your mind after all of your episodes and stuff, and some of the stuff that you said against Bud Crawford? You see the 402.
The 402? What?
You see the 402, so I'm from Omaha. I just have to know, whether it's you or Bucho or whoever, because I got kids and shit. And I love your podcast, by the way. No hate, nothing. But, now what? Now what? You know what I'm saying, BDA? Now what?
Well, okay, give me some specifics, please. And I'll try to answer your question. Hello?
I would say anybody listening knows the specifics.
Right, but I'm asking you real quick because again I don't have a lot of time here. I gotta get to other callers. So, anything? Can you come up with any specific? Otherwise, I can't really.
Well.
All right, okay. I'll tell you this. I'll tell you what I.
Flip to the other callers. Flip to the other callers, then BDA.
Well, I don't know. I'm asking you to, you're saying flip the script or something. I'll say this. I gave Crawford a 40% chance of winning, and you say you've been listening.
Come on.
You say you've been listening to the show.
Come on now.
You say you've been listening to the show, right? So I gave Crawford a 40% chance of winning, and when I was suffering from pugilistic schizophrenia, when I started giving Crawford a little bit more of a sway. Or swaying a little bit more towards Crawford, I did make a video on Patreon. Hopefully you checked it out, where I was comparing and contrasting the movement from Crawford against Postal and the movement that William Scholes showed against Canelo. And I said, will Canelo get hypnotized by the movement or will he go for it? And I was expecting that it was a possibility, but at the end I had to pull the trigger and I went with Canelo. So that's one aspect right there that I can address. But you seem unable to offer up more, so I don't know what else I can tell you. Listen, if you come up with anything, maybe sharpen up your mind, you can call back tomorrow, right, man? But so far, I gotta move on to other callers.
Here we go.
Thank you for your comment. All right, here we go. I mean, he asked me a question, but he doesn't want to go into specifics. Let's go to another phone call here. Let's go to 805. 805, you're on the air. 805, what's on your mind?
I'm back. I just have other.
Amok again, man. Come on, man. Amok. I'm trying to get to people. I'm trying to get to people that I didn't get to before, man.
I'm trying to make it quick. I just wanted to say Crawford landed on the guard a lot in the similar to the Usyk versus Fury fight. So maybe they were counting those punches for the CompuBox. Wanted to mention that Mandarin Job did a better job than the Ginger. Back to the drawing board for Canelo at 68. And who is Crawford going to be fighting next? to redeem his training partner who got a gift draw, or Benavidez?
Oh yeah, maybe that's an interesting one right there. Listen, I'm almost done with the phone calls, but I gotta move on, man, because you already were on here, so gotta give presents to people who have called in. All right, man. All right. Jeez, Luis. Okay, before I forget the super chats, a lot's going on here, and I'm running low on fuel here. Shout out to Bushido Kai for his contribution with the super chat. He says Freddie Roach would actually be a great trainer for Canelo. Well, first of all, thank you, Bushido Kai, for your contribution. I don't know about that. I think Freddie Roach right now is past his peak. He's dealing with the Parkinson's, unfortunately, and so I don't know. How much more time he could spend on Canelo. Bushido Key says this was pure style. Triple G would have wrecked Crawford, but Triple G had a hard time with Canelo. It's all styles. Well, I think some of it is styles, that's for sure. I can't say it's all styles because it never happened, but we can only speculate. Let's go on a phone call here. Let's go to 410. 410, you're on the air. 410, what's on your mind?
What's up, buddy? 116, 112. Great win for Bud Crawford. I thought Canelo would win this fight. How you know you're dealing with fan ball glazing and dick riding is when the fighter himself, Canelo, doesn't say, I thought I won or I thought it was close, but you hear fans say that he won. That's how you know you're dealing with fan bias. Canelo didn't win the fight. He didn't. He did well, and I thought this was a very valid fighter in that ring tonight. He looked very sharp on his defense. It could have been a lot worse for him, perhaps, but he didn't have enough offense. He doesn't seem to know how to get through. He wants to walk right through the front door. So I thought Crawford beat a very good fighter tonight, still a very valid fighter, but there's no controversy here. 8-4 might even be generous. Canelo did not make any concession. If he thought that fight was close, he would have said so. Next, I want to say this. But Crawford did not run in this fight at any point. He stood his ground in plenty of spots. He doesn't have a responsibility to just stand there toe-to-toe like Billy and they did. They fought their fight that way, and that's fine. But Crawford did not run. If you want to see running, watch Shakira Stevenson. Did he move at times here and there, especially early? A little bit. He did. But that's part of boxing. That's not running. The man stood his ground. You got to give him his props. Canelo gave him his props. He didn't make any excuses. And lastly, I'll say this. It's a real blow to Canelo's legacy, though, because as good as Crawford is, this guy was a career welterweight. And for him to come up and beat him, and then when they asked Canelo about a rematch, man, he didn't seem too, I don't know, he didn't seem too eager for it for me. But lastly, why did Bud Crawford bring that guitar case to the ring?
I think, well, that was that was from the movie, that was a reference to the movie Desperado, where he played some mariachi who's got a bunch of guns. So he was bringing the guns tonight, I guess he was trying to intimate. But listen, Jerry, man, I gotta move on, man. I don't know how you guys are still awake, man. I'm running low on fuel here. I've been up since 5 in the morning, but we'll try to do more shows during the week. So make sure to call in then, all right, man? Thank you for your call.
Thanks, buddy. Yep.
Have a good night. All right, that was Jerry right there. Oof, let's see if I can get through some of these calls. Hey, all right, 205, you're on the air. 205, what's on your mind?
What's up, BDA, Uncle Charles?
Oh, Uncle Charles, what's up, man?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tonight, Canelo.
The fuck? Uncle Charles, you dropped out, man. That was 205, right? Okay, so if I see 205 again, call back, Uncle Charles, you dropped out, man. And it's not the first time. Okay, we're almost done here, fellas. We're almost done. Shout out to everybody who's stayed up for with us here. I don't know how you guys are doing it. And on top of that, we got oh my God, we got Inoue in about 3 hours. I think I'm going to end it, man. I think I'm going to end it because otherwise I'm not going to be able to get any type of sleep. And again, I've been off since 5 in the morning. So anybody who's on here right now, you've been, okay, so there's some people that haven't been waiting that long. So I do apologize. I tried to get through everybody. We only have 3 callers left, but I gotta move on here and get some Z. So we'll try to do another show tomorrow. I think Bucho told me he's doing a show tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to be an open lines, meaning open panel, or if it's going to be a mix of that plus the phone lines. But I suspect you will have a chance to call in and give us your opinion on anything and everything boxing. So thanks again for everybody who called in, everybody who donated the super chat. Let me just close this real quick here. Hold on a second. All right. So shout out to everybody who called in, everybody who contributed with the super chat feature, everybody who contributed via the Buy Me a Coffee app. Hold on a second. I want to make sure I close everything. Again, I've been up since 5 in the morning, and then we still got the Inoue MJ fight. My goodness gracious. So shout out to everybody out there. Shout out to everybody who joined us. Siegfried, Iron Fist, Ryan Jackson, Michael Budd, Life and Logic, Crushing Might, Miso Dionysian, Muhammad Amar Bruce Lee, Warren Williams, Life and Logic, JumpTube, Siegfried Lexter, Parokua, Box 88, J.A., Dex 2024, Rapax Trunking Company, 10-4, Michael, Blacklight, Bad Brother. If I forgot anybody, it's because we gotta go, but shout out to everybody out there.